Hello dreamers, and welcome back to Ren Draws Disney. Today, for Painting Princesses, we are heading down south to a city way down on the river to go visit Miss Tiana and see how she and her restaurant are holding up. Today is going to be another graphic painting, so it should be pretty fast, pretty quick and easy, but I am very excited because I'm also from the south and Tiana is one of my favorite princesses. The design that I have for her is really fun, so bring your beignets, put on your ears, and let's make some magic.
Alrighty, so here we have a pencil sketch that we're just going to go through and quick select the biggest chunks using the lasso tool and put Tiana on a separate layer. I think what I love the most about Tiana is she gives the vibes of like Southern comfort, like the most vibes. Hardworking, determined, sweet as tea, good cook, and classy no matter what comes her way.
Now I'm from Kentucky, and while I don't have the drawl, I sure do know a thing or two about Southern hospitality.
Southern hospitality is one of the things I think I miss the most, having lived abroad the past 3 years. And in the movie you see this a lot too. It's very much like, yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am. You know people's names, you smile at them, you hold the door, you just make each other feel really welcome and make people feel like they're your friends or that you've known them for a long time. Where I live right now, I get kind of lucky if I even have someone make eye contact with me or smile my way, so sometimes I kind of miss the South for these reasons. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of taking my pen and my eraser and cleaning up the edges, adding in some fur details, and just making sure that all of these areas of color are fully blocked in, because as much as I love this textured brush, it has a problem with leaving some spaces uncolored. And now we're just going to go in and add some separation and depth in the fur so you can tell what is in the foreground and what is in the background with the fur. Now that we have that done, we're going to start blocking in the details of Tiana's face. I chose this dress to do for Tiana specifically because it's, for me, one of the most memorable dresses she wears in film. I love the design of it. I love 1920s basically anything, and it really just gives her the attitude of like, I'm living my dream. And you know, even at the end when Facilier puts her into seeing visions of what her future could be, she's wearing this dress and she just looks so stunning in it. Just going to add in her accessories here. We're going to paint the straps with the shiny gold that it has in the film, and just clean up a few more of the edges before we move on. In the movie, I was so excited to see so many iconic Southern dishes being mentioned. Catfish, grits, jambalaya, gumbo, and obviously as well, Tiana's iconic beignets, so obviously I had to put them in the drawing. I've only had a beignet one time, but I very specifically remember the taste and the smell of the beignet, and it sticks in my memory so well. And seeing so much love in this film being given to the food and cooking from Louisiana just warms my heart. So I want to know, what is y'all's favorite Southern dish? Do you have a specific dish that you like? Is there a dish that you want to try? Let me know in the comments below your favorite Southern dishes. For the background, I had a very hard time deciding on what to do. If I should choose the swamp or restaurant, if I should do the French Quarter or like a streetcar or Lottie's house. So I basically went ahead and blended a lot of them together and made a background that I was really happy with. I think it was so important for Disney to show Tiana's story and the reality of what it was like back then with, you know, class and race and diversity. You know, I think that's why one reason at least why I cherish this movie so much and the lessons that it has to tell.
I think one of the reasons I love Tiana so much is because her parents instilled in her the importance of a hard work ethic. And my mama kind of instilled the same thing on me. And the message of fighting for your dreams, but also helping them with hard work, that it's not just going to be handed to you on a silver platter, that you have to work for it.
I love too the idea of this movie saying that dreams will come to you in ways that you may not always expect too, that you can't always push too hard in the way that you think is right, that you have to kind of let go and let life run its course at some point too. And we see that with Tiana's restaurant. She obviously thought she was going to get it by working hard, and then she thought she was going to get it by, kissing the frog prince, and then she gets it in a way when she's not expecting it. Also, as a side note, texturing this drawing was one of the funnest things I've ever done. I loved texturing the tree bark and the leaves with just like spots. I don't know why. I've never done any artwork like that before where I do that kind of texturing. I usually try and do things a little too realistically, but I found this style really worked for me and was very happy with the turnout.
Almost There sequence with a really vibrant graphic style artwork is actually what I have modeled my other artwork off of in terms of the graphic style princesses like Moana and Ariel. So if you watch my other videos, you kind of see like the faces and the smiles are kind of
yeah, I absolutely
similar
had to use a reference
sequence
when drawing this lamp from the Almost There sequence because I wasn't sure how big the palm sizes were, what direction they were supposed to go in, exactly which way the colors went, because I knew the main color scheme was yellow, orange, white, or like really bright yellow, but I couldn't remember where those certain colors were. But this was hands down probably one of my favorite parts of drawing this image. I had a really good time drawing this lamp. Now that we're done with the lamp, we're just going to add in a few more details to really pull everything together, make it look nice and clean by adding on the lotus flowers on top of the lily pads and shading them ever so slightly, just to give them a little bit more depth too. I wanted to incorporate Naveen somehow, and so I put him up on her shoulder. Because he has a very important part to this movie, and he was really fun to draw too. Just his expression is so wild and funny. And what I'm doing here is I'm going through and cleaning up certain parts of the circle. I wanted the water to stick out, but not her dress, not the trees. And then we're adding in fireflies, another one of my favorite parts of this drawing.
My favorite memories as a kid was running around in my backyard at nighttime with my brothers and sisters and chasing the fireflies together.
Did y'all ever do that? Because at nighttime my mom would give us lemonade and just sit out on the back porch and watch us run around trying to catch as many fireflies as we could. Also, may or may not be a controversial question, but is Ray the greatest Disney side character ever? Because I am pretty sure he is. But yeah, Ray the Cajun Firefly is the greatest Disney sidekick. If you disagree with me, please sound off in the comments. Who is the best Disney sidekick? I would say Pascal is also pretty high up there from Tangled. Also, maybe, I don't know, Pegasus from Hercules. I have a huge affinity towards Pegasus, so. So as you can see at this point, I'm just kind of nitpicking and adding in some sparkles, just trying to make sure everything looks as clean and nice as possible, making sure my edges look good, making sure everything's filled in where it belongs, adding in tiny details like her dimples and, lines for her smile. But yeah, just kind of nitpicking at this point. I think two of my favorite sequences in the whole film, as I've mentioned before, is almost there, specifically the part that kind of harkens back to the Harlem Renaissance style of artwork. And also, I really love Facilier's sequence. I love me a good villain song, and Facilier kills it with Friends on the Other Side. Just the colors, the reference to voodoo culture. Loved it. I would watch it all day long if I could.
By the way, a question for you all. What is your favorite sequence or moment of animation in any Disney film? I would love to hear you sound off in the comments. While you're at it, why don't you go ahead and drop a like in this video? I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, so the very last thing that I have to do here is I am going to go ahead and put my signature in the bottom right. Typically that's where I do it, is in the bottom right of my drawings. Don't know why, just usually where I like it. Yes, you'll notice the year says 2021. That's because I did this drawing last year in December, and it has taken me this long to edit and get the video out. So, many apologies. Here's Miss Tiana in all of her glory. I love the way that this drawing turned out. I think out of all of my graphic style drawings, this is hands down the best one that I've ever done. In terms of the details, the shading, how much more I was able to get done in this compared to Moana and Ariel. Yeah, this is hands down my favorite Disney graphic I've done. Alright, so there you have it. Finally, a new video after a few months. I'm so sorry it took so long to record. As many of you know, that this is not my my full-time job, so I do this when I can and when I have time to. But I hope that you loved it. I had a lot of fun doing this drawing, and I've been keeping it a secret for a very long time, and I haven't posted anything about it, so I'm excited to finally share it with you all. If you liked this content, if you like the new editing style that I've been doing, you know, being more interactive and adding in more videos of myself, not just the drawing, let me know in the comments. It really helps me to change and develop things as much as I can. If you don't mind, please also leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for all notifications of future videos on this channel. Thank you for watching Painting Princesses. I hope you have a magical week, and I will see you all real soon. Bye!